little bit dangerous going forward to ward, and has to be careful as he doesn't know there's a ward here that has full eyes on his position. You don't want to get caught out there. Could be dire for him. Meanwhile, Plague Ward's coming into the Roche pit. Going to deal some damage on Roche as they please. I don't know if they're going to try and turn this into an actual Roche kill. March the Machine on the top lane. Dash is here to farm, but it looks like Tinker's going to TP out. Let's see what Tinker has in terms of farm. He is picking up his 4-step right now. So big pickup for him. And meanwhile, 5-star's going to make a big play. They're going to try and go for the Roshan. They're in the pit. They have the Treants as well as the Plague Wards. It's going to take a while, but they should be able to finish it off. It doesn't look like there's any... Well, they have to know they're here. Mr. Columbia came out of the pit, and this ward had to spot him off, I believe. Maybe not. Maybe he didn't come out far enough for the ward to spot him. Well, here's a slight rotation from Rainbow, though. They must know. Here it comes. This could be a big team fight, but Roshan is going to drop before they get here, and they're going to have an Aegis, and they're going to walk into bad odds. In fact, they're just going to have to turn around as the Aegis has not been picked up yet, and Rainbow don't know what to do. Jetro going to throw out a hook. No, they're going to put it on top of Tinker. And Tinker now can be very aggressive. Jetro going to get shot by a shackle, but not catch onto anything. He's going to take some missile spam as well. Hook attempt comes out. It doesn't catch anything. And now it looks like they're going to back off. Everyone content in the middle lane. Kazers can finish his 4-staff now. And in fact, he could have finished it a little while ago, but perhaps was just saving up a little bit, because around that Roche pit, of course, if he did die, he could have bought back and came to this tower, and it would have been very nice to get back into the team fight immediately. So, not a bad idea, but probably going to finish it off right now. There it is. We see Nature's Prophet with that Midas. Has bought back once, so hasn't gotten all too much going, but there's an engagement. It looks like 8A is going to be dropping down the March of Machine as he's being engaged on. Jetro with a hook, going to get him off, and he's going to pop the Aegis, but Jetro gets taken down in response. So, takes out an Aegis, but loses his life for it. Not quite sure if it's worth it. And we'll see what 5-stars can try and get off the back end of that kill. If they can apply pressure to Tier 2, it certainly will be a trade in their favor, as it is a pretty low on health tower. An 8A with full mana, and the Soul Ring can certainly spam off a lot of Marching Machines as well as rockets. Dash going to come in and try and just nuke the wave as effectively as possible, but that's not going to save this tower. In fact, we have a rotation, though, from the rest of Rainbow. It looks like from the Cybergraph, Hats coming in. He's going to go straight on top of 8A, but the nice 4-staff gets him out of range of the Slitherian Crush, and he will not get hit by that. So well played. Both members of 5-stars escaping, as the pressure was coming onto them from Rainbow. Now Kazer's going to find a double damage in the river. With that Aegis down, we'll see what 5-stars want to do. That was pretty aggressive on their behalf, being that far up with missing heroes in the map as well as possible rotation from the middle lane. So we'll see if they want to continue to be that aggressive or if they're going to start to back off a little bit, be a little bit more cautious. But thus far, it's been a good game. We're at 20 minutes. The kill lead is 10-8 in favor of Rainbow. However, the tower lead is going to be 4-2 in favor of 5-stars. So if we take a look at the gold graph, we'll see that it is over 5,000 in favor of 5-stars. Experience over 4,000. Let's take a hit at our last hits yet again. It looks like with a nice lead. Kova's being pursued, though. Let's take a break from that for a second. It looks like Chen's the first one in pursuit, but he doesn't have any means of slowing him down quite yet, so he will get out of here. Now their ping is on Hads. Are they going to go on him? Tinker's going to come in, but the Creep's going to die before he can get in, so he would not be able to get in. In fact, he should have just made Treants and allowed him to come to one of those. It would have been a safer play and probably a more guaranteed kill. But he does that afterwards. Kazers with the double damage, still floating around the middle lane. As I was saying, we can see on last hits, it looks like Slaughter is going to lead the way at 104-19. In second will be Tinker with 93-11. Let's check out our kills. We have 3 and 2 on Slaughter. Pretty even. There's no one really dominating in terms of kills. There's no one really destroyed in terms of kills. So pretty even across the board. You can see how close this game has been and really how close it still is and how any team could pull out with the win in this one. Goal per minute, though, Tinker is in the lead. And that does make sense as he's been involved in 7 kills as well as has close to top CS. Just slightly behind that Slaughter. So definitely positive for 5-stars in that regard. And now another pause coming out. And it was only for a second as we have the go call already coming out from Prestigay or Kova. And it looks like Rainbow need to pause for a little bit. Kazers, meanwhile, is this for him? It doesn't tell me whose it is. So I can't tell who the headdress belongs to, but they already have a mech, so it's going to be for a pipe. We'll see who's going to work on that. I believe it's probably going to be Cage. There's no likelihood. In fact, the courier probably just couldn't find space in him as he already picked up a cloak. So that seems to make sense and be coherent logic. Meanwhile, 8A with 2,100 gold in the bank, probably going to work towards that sheep next. Could pick up an ultimate orb if he wanted to, but probably a little bit better suited to save a little bit of money and potentially have that buyback if necessary. And ultimate orb already picked up on Nature's Prophet, so he's working towards his own sheep stick, the Scythe of Vice, and that will be a valuable pickup. If they can get both of those around the same timing, it's going to be very instrumental in their success in this game. Jetro, a fun pick in Pudge, but he hasn't really gotten anything going. He's only part of 5 kills. He's 3, 4, and 2, so he's died pretty often. And we'll see if he can try and exploit Tinker's positioning a little more as he becomes increasingly aggressive, or even Nature's Prophet, but it's going to be on the back end of good warding if they're able to do so, because they want to be aggressive, but not carelessly aggressive, if you understand what I'm saying. So, Had's going to go on and pursue Kova in here, but he's going to get it! The crush will stop Kova in his tracks, and down he goes. Meanwhile, Trash is going to find Kazers, as it looks like a hook from Jetro set that up. 2 kills, quickly off a pause, yet again for Rainbow, the resume masters of Dota 2. And now we'll see what they want to try and do that. They're in an awkward position. They can't really translate that into any tower kills. And Roshan, of course, is not up at the time. So they're just going to continue to roam around the map. And Jetro is going to pick up a regen rune, so nice for him. Meanwhile, Mr. Columbia is in the jungle. He has 2,200 gold on him. If he wants to pick up that blink, he definitely can now. If he wants to go for BKB, he has a little ways to go, but he's well on his way. And Nature's Prophet is going to have the Midas up momentarily. 1,100 gold in the bank, as we already mentioned. We'll see what Trash has going on for him. He has those arcane boots, and he will pick up more wards. So warding duty for him. I have to say, both teams have done a good job of warding. I feel like 5 stars have been warding very effectively for the entirety of the game. So props to their support players for being able to do so. And 8A does pick up that ultimate orb, so not concerned about saving money for the time being. It looks like a little smoke ancient kill going on here. And should get a good amount of money. It's a triple stack, so it's going to be decent burst in income for Tinker. Mech finished by Chen. We also have Dash getting really close to finishing off his Aghanim Scepter. So that's going to be a great pickup for him once he's able to finish it. It's going to be about 250 gold away, or 150 gold away, rather. Excuse me. And certainly be able to make good use out of that, of course. It's best at level 16, so going to try and get as much experience as he can. But why wouldn't he? And meanwhile, we have a little bit of counter warding going on. Jetro does spot off the ward here, but a lot of pinging coming on. So they're going to try and go on top of Vastus. He's going to be in trouble as Amna Magori comes in. And it looks like they're going to try and bring in Tinker as well, but Tinker has not come down yet. And it's just a 1v1, and Chen turning it on top of Nature's Prophet, forcing him out of the lane. Mr. Columbia comes in from the side, but meanwhile, Kaze is able to take out Jetro in the bottom river. He's going to run into Trash as well. Trash keeps canceling that split earth, cannot get a good positioning. He's going to miss it in the end. Kaze is going to take damage though from the Edict. He's going to pop off the wind run. The Shadow Strike to follow, plus the Scream of Pain is going to be a decent amount of damage on him. He's slowed. They're going to catch up, but it looks like Hat is being blocked a little bit by Dash. He's going to blink in 2 seconds. It's going to be another Scream. The Gush, down he goes. And now Kova may be in trouble as well as he shows himself in the jungle there, but 8A is in the area, so perhaps they don't want to engage in this. It looks like Trash is going to take a lot of damage. He may drop here, but instead the Sonic Wave going to come out, and they're going to try to turn it around, but 8A, but down goes Leshrac. 8A going to be in trouble too. Dash does not have enough mana for a blink, and Mr. Columbia is in the area with a black hole available. They have to be cautious here. They're going to be in trouble. The Malefice stun on Hads, and they get set up a kill here. 1 tick, and they get the Venomous Gale on the back end of it. They're bringing in some rocket spam. Set off. Oh, if they drop the ult here, it's going to catch 2. Ultimate. No, he doesn't get it off. The Slithering Crush, though, does stun Mr. Columbia in his tracks, and down goes Venomancer. 8A force-stabs himself away, but Dash gets the kill on him. And Mr. Columbia tries to back off now, but back in. Had's going to finish him off. And an awkward team fight. 4 5-stars turns into 4 kills for Rainbow. Big plays coming out from Rainbow Squad. And good job by them. Magori, meanwhile, the last standing member of 5 stars, is going to be pushing the top lane by his lonesome. And it looks like Rainbow have eyes set on the tier 2 in the middle lane. Not sure if they have enough time to take it down, but it looks like Kazers is going to get caught by a hook. But he'll quickly make his way out of there. Did he buy back off that last one? It doesn't look like he did. And now a nice shackle going to catch Jetro out here, but he's not in too much trouble as the mech is popped off. Meanwhile, engagement on top of Nature's Prophet. He's going to go down on the top lane. Hads combines with Leshrac for another kill, as Hads does have his Blink Dagger. Kazers, meanwhile, going to get hit by a Shadow Strike. He's going to back off as Chen sends Queen of Pain back to base, and they do manage to take out Kazers yet again. Mr. Columbia comes back in, puts a Malefic Stun on Jetro, and a Black Hole surely come out here. It's got to be. No, he's not going to use it. He didn't want to get Chen too. Do they have enough pursuit to be able to catch him, though? Force Staff is available, so if he uses the rearm Force Staff spam, he could probably catch up pretty easily. Instead, he's just going to do the good old-fashioned running. Oh, rearm isn't level 16, so excuse me. He can't use that combo. Malefic Stun, though, as he pushes forward Mr. Columbia. Hads rotating in, though. He's going to put the amplified damage on Mr. Columbia. He came into trouble, but they're going to back off. The Rockets come out, deal damage to Dash as well as Vastus. And Dash does have that nice Aghanim Scepter finished up. And it looks like they're going to be content with backing off here, but they still have eyes on Mr. Columbia, so he could be in a little bit of trouble if someone can provide mana to Hads. Actually, he has a decent amount of mana. Does pick up a Mithril Hammer, so he's only about 500 gold away from finishing off a BKB, which will be instrumental in their success in this game. Meanwhile, Cove able to secure a Bracer, so playing that hard support ends up getting some decent items on him. He had pretty good farm early, so not the easiest task to do. Meanwhile, looks like the Void Stone is up on Tinker, so 1,700 stands between him and the finish of the Scythe of Ice. Let's check out Nature's Prophet. He has 2,200 in the bank, so he's still a little bit further away. 1,300 or so from finishing off his Scythe of Ice. Dash, meanwhile, does just finish up a Perseverance right off the bat there. So his farm has been looking pretty good. Let's check out the goal per minute yet again. We can see Dash at 319 after having just as poor a start as Nature's Prophet, rebounding and without the help of a Midas. So pretty well played on his behalf. Mr. Columbia going to continue in the jungle. He is only 1,000 gold away from finishing off his BKB, and I have to assume that they're going to try and hold off on team fighting before he gets his BKB. He hasn't used Black Hole too often, though. I feel like there were a couple opportunities where surely he could have used Black Hole, as the stuns are kind of few and far between for Rainbow. There's only the Punch, Hook, and Dismember qualify, of course, but they're awkward to try and get, especially when they're on the choke point down here. It'll be very difficult to get a hook behind that in time to try and maximize its effect in this. Oh, but in the jungle, Kova's going to be in trouble. He's going to drop here. And, oh, they're going to get on the Magori too. So 2 kills in the jungle for Rainbow. Well played. And that'll be enough to cut me off my rant on black holes. So apparently Rainbow didn't want to hear me speak either. And Kazer's going to have to back off here. He's getting closer and closer to finishing off that pipe, though. He can, in fact, finish off his hood right now if he wants. It looks like he's keeping that headdress on the courier, because I noticed that before, and I wanted to make sure he didn't sell it. But Chen, meanwhile, picks up a point booster, so on his way to an Aghanims, which will be a good pickup for him, of course. That decreased cooldown is also important and significant because it helps on the pushing effort as well, able to maintain your creep's health and your teammates' health. So after a team fight, you can definitely make something happen. But it looks like Roshan has respawned, so we're going to see who has eyes for Roshan. No wards up on the bottom side of the map for Rainbow. There's one ward up that's about to expire for 5 stars, so who wants the Rosh more? It does have an Aegis. It will not have cheese yet. This will only be the second kill if they go at him. Magori can continue his farm back to where he started because he lost a couple gold off of that death. Meanwhile, it looks like Rainbow looking for another opening here. They're going to find Tinker TPing into the tower and try and go on him. Will they be able to catch him off in the jungle, though? Hads coming in, get shackled off really well by Kazers. Kazers going to be in trouble, though. He eats a Split Earth, and now Dash with a follow-up damage. Is he going to drop for it? Do they have enough? The Sonic Wave comes out on top of Columbia, as well as Kova, and Columbia is going to drop. Kova may be in trouble, as Hads is going to pursue amplified damage up on him. Kazer's still in the area. He's got to be careful, though, because of one blink of her Dash, and he's going to take him out. There he goes. Dash going to be able to take out Kova as well, and another 3 kills, but Leshrac does drop on the back end of that, as well as Chen, as 8A, and on the Magori make themselves heard, but down goes on the Magori yet again. Hads getting another kill there for Rainbow, and you have to believe Rainbow came in on the top end of that, getting a 4-for-2 trade and keeping all of their farm-intensive heroes alive. And they also got a tower here too, so wow. Big play by Rainbow. Starting to turn this around. You can see from the gold graph it is going back towards that true 0. And checking out the experience, it is already in favor of the Radiant. We can see 4,000 swing in either direction. Based on the recent engagements, and the team fights really have just been going for Rainbow. And 5 stars have to be a little bit careful here. They seem to be slipping, and they need to be very cautious. As I mentioned, they would be much better suited to play conservatively